Hi everyone, welcome back to U.S. Immigration News. Today we're discussing a serious but often misunderstood topic: denaturalization, the revocation of U.S. citizenship for naturalized citizens. Specifically, committing fraud against government programs like Medicare or Medicaid can, in certain cases, lead to losing your citizenship. This isn't about minor mistakes, it's about willful fraud and concealment during the naturalization process. We'll break down the law, recent policy changes, real examples, and what it means. What is denaturalization? Denaturalization only applies to naturalized U.S. citizens. People who became citizens through the application process. Not those born to U.S. native-born citizens cannot lose their citizenship for fraud or crimes, with extremely rare exceptions like treason. The legal basis is in federal law, 8 U.S.C. Section 1451. Citizenship can be revoked if it was illegally procured or obtained by concealment of material fact or by willful misrepresentation. This means if someone lied or hid something important that would have disqualified them from becoming a citizen in the first place. How does Medicare or Medicaid fraud fit in? Medicare and Medicaid fraud itself doesn't automatically trigger denaturalization. The key is the timing and concealment. If the fraud happened before or during your naturalization application, and you had criminal activity, arrests, or convictions on your N-400 form, the citizenship application, the government can argue you lacked good moral character, a requirement for citizenship. Questions on the N-400 ask, have you ever committed a crime or offense for which you were not arrested? Or about giving false testimony to obtain immigration benefits? Lying here is grounds for revocation. Even fraud committed after naturalization can lead to denaturalization if it shows you never had good moral character during the required period, usually 5 years before applying. Recent policy changes, 2025 update. In June 2025, the Department of Justice issued a memo making denaturalization a top priority for the Civil Division. It explicitly includes financial fraud against the United States, such as PPP loan fraud and Medicare or Medicaid fraud, especially if tied to concealment during naturalization. This builds on existing law, but signals more aggressive enforcement. The DOJ can pursue civil cases, easier burden of proof than criminal, with no statute of limitations. Other related examples. Similar cases have involved healthcare providers or beneficiaries hiding crimes. The government has also revoked citizenship in PPP fraud cases where applicants lied on forms. Remember, not every fraud case leads to denaturalization, only when it directly ties to procuring citizenship unlawfully. Consequences and process. If denaturalized, you revert to permanent resident status or become deportable if no lawful status remains. Loss of voting rights, U.S. passport, certain benefits. The process is civil. DOJ files a lawsuit in federal court. You can defend yourself, hire a lawyer, no automatic right to free counsel. Burden is on the government to prove by clear and convincing evidence. Prevention and advice. If you're a naturalized citizen, always be truthful on government forms. If you've made mistakes in the past, consult an immigration attorney before issues arise. Fraud has serious consequences: prison, fines, deportation risk beyond just citizenship. This video is for educational purposes only and not legal advice. If you have questions, speak to a qualified attorney. Like and subscribe for more straightforward immigration updates.